皆さんごきげんよう。レッドシーズプロファイルコンプリートエディションの実況プレイの続きですが、なんか、事件の捜査のまとめみたいなのやってないですよね。多分。前回までのあらすじってどうなってるんですかね。更新されてなさそうですね。
When I got here, he was already like this.
What are you doing? Get out of the way! I'll do it!
George, stay back. She's trying to speak.
No! It couldn't be! Nick! Oh, please, no!
You got us good this time, Zach.
ということで、これはまだ終わってない。で、なんか、3択みたいな感じのやつありましたよね。証拠からの事件のまとめみたいなのをザックに確認してくるって。あれってまだですかね。もうチャプター終わりくらい、チャプターというかエピソードの終了くらいまで来てるんで、それがあるのかなと思っているんですが。
Zach, let's get back to the hotel. First Anna, then Becky, now Diane. I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
やっぱりやるんですね。タイプライターみたいなんでやってましたっけ。
York.Do you have a moment?
雨が上がった。晴れ男ですね。
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
Can't we just do it here?
If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
A bar? Now that sounds like a good idea. Zach, what do you think? We can go drinking with George, or turn him down and head back to the hotel.
いや、行きますよ。話聞いてあげないと。かわいそうですよね。ちょっとジョージ。へこみますよ。なんか助けようと思って頑張ったベッキーさんがそのまませいで死んでしまってって。
George, that scar on your cheek. Where did you get it?
This? Didn't I tell you? Well, it's not from work. I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing?I used to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big tree in our backyard. I used to climb it a lot, and fall out of it a lot.
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother. She did it.
I'm sorry, George.
Don't worry. It's ancient history. The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak.Adults over children, men over women, and criminals over their victims. I have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why. And it didn't stop there. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud,She found reasons to hit me bad. The worst was what she called the tree punishment. She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
Please, Mama. I won't do it again. That hurts, Mama. I'm sorry, please. I'm
sorry.Tree punishment was definitely the worst, I tell you. Just hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back. Every time after the tree punishment, she'd always say the same thing. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you. And me, being a naive, dumb kid, I believed her. I went to the woods to apologize to the trees.I kept asking myself, why is she hurting me this way? I thought long and hard about it. In the end, I've just figured I'm weaker than her. That's why. It's the law of Mother Nature at work. The strong eat the weak.
But now, you have the power to protect the weak.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work. York. I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I? And if it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive. I could have saved them both. You know, it's almost like they died because of me.
You're out of your mind.
I invited you to this bar for a drink. But I guess this bar is my confession chamber, and I wanted you to listen. And to tell you, well, you must already hate me for causing all these problems and not following your orders. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on. You'll have my total cooperation.
George, you've been as cooperative as you can be. You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here respect you for that. Nobody can blame you for anything.
Thanks. I do feel a little better.
ということで、また気が出てきましたねっていうのが気になるんですけど、ジョージさん別に謝ることではないですよね。だってヨークさん、ご飯の最中にグロい話するから、みんな嫌そうな顔を明らかにしてるのに。生真面目な割に自己顕示欲が、これも変わってないですね。
Since we're here, why don't you talk to a few other people?
何の話を
I'll
聞け
just
と。
finish off my drink. Let me know before you leave, okay?
あ、分かった分かった。一緒に帰るんですね。でも真っ昼間でしたよね。真っ昼間っていうか明るかったんですけど、一晩中なんか死体のそばでいろいろ調べてたんですかね。観察。関係ないですね。あ、キャロルさんいるから舞台かと思ったんです。そうですね。この人は行ってませんね。ちょっとお兄ちゃん仕事中なんじゃないですかこれ。もしくは帰って休んでますかね。話す。久しぶりに話す気がしますね、キャロルさん。いつも歌ってたんで。
Hey, Carol.
ストーカーも何とかしてあげないと。
Diane, too. We've got Nick in custody as a suspect.
Nick didn't do it.
I know. Carol, you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket with this mark on it.
何日か経ってますけどね、私の実感としては。実感も何もね、だって尾行失敗して次の日になっているんで。
I'm busy, gotta go.
まあそういう時間の感覚なんなら、やっぱりあれですね、ベッキーさんが死んだことを知らなかったんでしょうね。なんで足元なんかパチャパチャ水みたいな跳ねてるんですかね。あ、歌うシーン見れるんですね。 大丈夫ですかこの人顔。だいぶ目の下クマが。ピアニストいつのけぞって襲いかかってきてもおかしくない顔してましたね。で、他めぼしい人はいないですよね。名前が出ないんで。とはいうものの、近づいてないんでわからないんですよね。ていうか、この人すごい気になる。寝た方がいいよ、君。あとは特にないですかね。ジョージ。またキャロル戻りましたね。もう一回話してみますか。ジョージしか話しかける人いませんけど、ジョージ話したらもうお家帰るみたいなんで。上手やったねくらい。まあ、プロですか当たり前ですよね。兄さんなら保安官事務所でしょ。犯人でもない日光を見張らされてかわいそうな兄さん。仕事ですから、それは。お兄ちゃんと仲いいんですかね。いや、お兄ちゃんの話はいいですよ。このセリフの時の音を聞いてると何でしたっけ？ポートピア連続殺人事件を思い出しますね。誰か来た。
Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
エミリーか。
Sack. Emily is already a goddess of the
いや、
forest.
さっき見せてくれんとそれ言われても。なんで着飾ってきたんですかね。
Let's forget work for a bit and drink a little, shall we?
前向きですけど、
York?
すごいですね。
Why is she here?
I just thought the more the merrier. You know, to relax and get loose.
ヨークさんが
Is
読ん
this
だ
a
の
problem?
か。
No, of course not. Pardon me, Emily, but I'm pooped. I think I'll just call it a night.
George, I just got here and you're walking out on me? I was hoping the three of us could have a drink and let out a little steam.
I'm afraid I've already had enough. And I already had a good man-to-man with York. So I'll see you guys.
あれは何なんですかね。本当に嫌だったのか、気を利かせてくれたのか、どっちですかね。
I think George likes you,
あ、
but he's
そう
avoiding
な
you
ん
all
か。
at the same time.
まあ確かに好きそうではありますよね。
How astute.
There's a reason?
Nothing worth going into. It's a thing of the past. Okay. He did ask me out when I first came to town. I
な
was
何
still
歳
in
な
high
んです
school,
か、ジョージは。
but I never really considered him my
何歳差なん
type.
ですかね。あれ、ピアニ
And
ストじゃ
there's
ない
the
の。
age gap thing too.
横
I
の
respect him, of
人も
course.
また
or
寝
I
てない
wouldn't
です
take this
ね。
job otherwise.
話聞いてなかった、そして。
So, did you move to this town alone?
Of course not. I came with my parents.
Tell me about them then.
Sure, why not? My dad dealt in stocks in New York. He was hardly at home when I was a kid, always working. Those pieces of paper were far more important to him than I was. Which is no different now, really. I don't see much of him. My mother? Totally different story. A wonderful person that I still respect. She was always kind and understanding. Not only that, but she would always help me find my way. She could be fierce, too, scolding me if I took a wrong step. We had our battles, sure, but all in all, she was a wonderful mother.
Past tense?
Yeah, she's gone now. Cancer, just before I graduated high school. She gave this to me just before she died. I take it with me wherever I go. It's what I treasure most.
I'm sure she's very proud of you.
という過去にふさわしいお話でしたけど、トーマスさんだけがじゃあ仕事してるんですかね、あの後。かわいそうに。それはかわいそうですよね。そら妹さんもかわいそうって言いますよね。 他にもいましたよね、廊下で立ち話している人たちが。
I had a good time tonight. Good night.
どうやって帰るんですかね。
See you
車あの
tomorrow.
格好で運転してきたんですかね。
York.
あ、でも飲んでたら
Yes.
運転できないか。
Please, don't lie to us, okay?
I won't. Don't worry. I won't.
もう帰ったん？もう帰ってますね。そしてここめっちゃ気になるんですけど、ライトがね、ネオンが、R が1個ついたり消えたりしてますけど、ここの壁も光ってるんですけど、中のコードがここあかんようになってるんじゃないですかね。直したくなりますよね。業者呼んで直そうよ。あれはホテルですかね。結構、ダメですね。死にそうになってる。乗る。眠気とかももうだいぶあれなんじゃないですか。とりあえず帰りますか。で、地図見ますか一回。あ、違う違う。この地図じゃなくて。あ、降りてしまった。そうそう。違う違う。何もかもが違う。そういえば学校の
Zach, is
ね、
there something here that you want to check out?
カードも取れてないん
I'll join
で
you
す
if
け
you
ど、
like, but I do need to
病
get
院
that
も
report.
同じ扉開けないとダ
Once
メ
you're
なんで
finished,
すけ
let's
ど、
head back to the hotel.
どうやって開けるんですかね。誰かミッションありますかね。みんなでも寝てますよね。ジョージ・ウッドも。あ、ジョージ。そういや、ジョージの依頼忘れてましたけど、さすがにもう寝ましたよね。相変わらずの迷子になってますね、シガニーさんずっとここで。シガニーさんはさすがに事件とは関係ないと思いますよね。帰ろう。ホテルに帰ろう。ホテルに帰ったらまとめですかね。ここずっとでいいのか。地図ちゃんと見てなかった。あ、大丈夫ですね。このちょっと上がる道。で、すっかり夜ですね。まだ明るいうちに誘われたと思ってたんですけど、10時37分。尾行を始めたのが10時なんで、丸1日経ったのか。24時間で、それで今朝っていうのはおかしいですよね。
Zach, if you notice anything, just stop me.
で、メダルを持って行ったんでしたっけ、あの人は。でも本当になんか若い独身女性ばっかり狙われてるんで、キャロルさんも心配ですよね。あ、なんかイベントが発生する感じになってる。来ましたね。これ間違えないようにしないと。間違えるとどうなるんですかね。覚えてますかね、私内容ちゃんと。この前怪しかったですからね、記憶が。あと昼下がりにアンナさんが殺されてた現場にも行かないとダメなんですよね。
Zach, let's go over our progress. From what Olivia told us, and the sketchbook we found at Becky's house, Nick and Diane became our primary suspects. There were a couple of reasons for this. First, Becky gave the missing locket to Diane. Also, Nick has no alibi for when Anna and Becky were killed. We followed Nick to the art gallery, which led us, unfortunately, to our third victim. The third victim, Diane, was strung up in the entrance hall of the art gallery. Her hands were tied and a knife was sticking out of her chest.
ナイフ刺さったまん
However,
まや
there
ったん
was a
ですね。
marked difference from the previous crimes.
で、
Do you remember what that was, Zach?
明らかな違い。ダイアンさんの現場でですか？死体が複数あった。犯行の直後だった。
That's right. Diane was still alive. This suggests that very little time had passed since the crime was committed,
それはベッキーさんもそうなんじゃないんです
which
か？
means the criminal was still close by. It was someone near the scene.
ケイソンは釈放されたんでしたっけ？
Nick, who was knocked out in the entrance. And one other.
ケイソンですね。
Zach, who was the other person in the gallery?
ケイソン。
That's right. Casey. We followed Willie, good dog, all the way to him. Casey's statement came out as follows. He and Diane were in a physical relationship. That was why he visited the gallery. The two were in the middle of such a meeting when Nick showed up. Diane lost her cool and shut Kaysen up in the basement. Now, what did Kaysen hear when he was locked up?
ブーツの音でしたね。靴音。
That's it. The sound of boots passing by. Nick was wearing boots that day. Which means it was likely that Diane met with Nick in her room. Nick said he argued verbally with Diane about her playing around with men, but they eventually decided to go out drinking to make up. However, immediately after that, Nick was attacked by someone in the entrance hall and knocked unconscious. We saw the rest.
Zach, do you think that Nick is our serial killer?
ニックさんじゃないんじゃないですか？そう思わない。
Me too.
この最後はいつもどうなんですかね。
He found a large volume of red seeds in Diane's
アシャー
cell.
さん仕事早いですね。
This confirms her as a victim of the raincoat killer. Remaining leads. There's the locket, which is in Carol's possession. The man with the tattooed back, and the upside-down peace sign. There's a lot left to answer. I hope the coffee will give us more guidance
ま
tomorrow.
たコーヒー占いか。いいのかそんな導きだけで。またその寝方なんですね。
Zach,
着
what
替
did
え
you
て
think
な
about
い。
George pouring his heart out? I was surprised. It's the end of a monarchy. And he called me York instead of Agent Morgan.
なんですかね。ジョージの弱いですか。確かにソーダ聞いた後ね、なんかもう手握りそうなくらい手の位置が近かったんですよね。エミリー、弱いか、お前。
What's going on? Do you know what time it is?
はしたない。
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep, so I was drinking alone.
飲んでたんか、あの後。
My mother was a very kind woman. She always smiled so brightly, and baked cakes and cookies every day. She'd say that I needed the sugar because I spent so much time thinking. My father was always quiet. We never talked much. He was a federal agent, just like me. And he was hardly ever at home. The only words he ever had for me were harsh ones. I had a vivid imagination, and I remember he once said this to me. There are plenty of crazy things in this world. You don't have to go dreaming them up. And it's my job to make sense out of them. One day you'll understand what I'm saying. I found out later that my father was one of the first to ever use criminal profiling to catch bad guys. And so now I'm doing exactly the same job that he did. Like father, like son.
Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
Mind if it's something personal?
Fire away.
Who's Zach?
やっぱりその視点か。
Zach is a friend of mine.
Oh, so you do have friends.
Yeah. He's my only friend.
What kind of person is he then?
Well, I've never seen his face. But he's always with me, and we discuss everything.
When did you become friends?
A long time ago. Back when I was a child.
Ah. これはお母さんが殺されたっていうことですかね。
I was 7. I woke up one morning to hear my mother crying in the living room. This wasn't normal, so I headed in to see her. My father was there pointing a gun at my mother. I was so scared. I closed my eyes, so I don't remember much more. But I do remember the words my father said to me. At times we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love. When I came back to my senses, they were both dead. He shot my mother and then killed himself.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. Zach's with me. It was around that time that we became friends.
I'm here. I'm with you, he said. I'll be here always. We can get through this together. Quite aside from that terrible scene in front of me, that voice seemed to make me calmer. And here we are, working together, getting through things.
This is the first time I've ever told anyone about this. I wonder if Zach will get angry.
That's a sad story. But I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I'm sure there was a reason for what your father did.
そうですよ。何があったんですかね。それもこれはゲームで明らかになるんですかね。
Oh yeah, York. I forgot to thank you.
Thank me? For what?
You saved my life. If you didn't save me at the gallery, I would have died along with Diane.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
What did you just say? Useless? I was never expecting to hear you say that. Huh. There might be a modest guy in you after all.
今まで悪い人と思われてたんですかね。
Finally, you noticed? You're a little slow, aren't you?
Maybe hopeless, but not
あ、そうですね。もうそれはもう本当に間違いなく無能ですね。
Zach, do you think Emily got home safely?
Anyway, I think it's more serious of a situation than I thought.
歩いて帰ったんですか、それ。タクシーで帰ればいい
Our
と思うんですけ
conversation
ど
with Emily. She's really interested in you.
そうですね。前も気にして
I
たみ
think
たい
she's
ですね。
starting to have certain
モテモテ
feelings
で
for
す
you.
ね、ザック。まあ、ヨークさん
If
は
that's
しゃあ
the
ないで
case,
すね。
Zach, you and I are rivals.
いや、
This is
ヨ
a
ークさん
very
はちょっ
serious
と
situation indeed.
無理と思いますよ。人付き合いは無能って言われてたじゃないですか。ね。
Well, if it comes to that, let it be a fair fight. Agreed?
そんなことより、ふと思い出したんですけど、老人がエミリーっていう女の子に話してるシーンが何回か入ってましたよね。あれのことをすぐ忘れるんですけど、おっと、ニックか。トーマスどうした？一瞬出てどうするつもりなんですかね。 これは奥の牢屋、端っこっぽいですね。なんか真ん中くらいの牢屋やったら抜け道があったんですけどね。トーマスどうしたんですかね。やっぱり自分だけお仕事はやってられへんわボケってサボってるんですかね。めっちゃ名前呼びますね。恐ろしい。そしてこのパートもめっちゃ長くなってますけど。あれもう一人誰です？女の人。あ、ありますね、ピースマーク。あ、逆ピースマークのついてますね。滞在日数12日とかになってる。で、ここの背景よく見たら天井張り付いてる人になってるんですね。では、今回はここまでです。ご視聴ありがとうございました。お疲れ様でした。